your voice. You have led me through the fire in my darkest night. You were close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. Oh, I have lived in the goodness of God. Oh, and all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. 'Cause your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. 'Cause your goodness is running, it keeps running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, yeah. You lead me and guide me, God. Faithful Father, floods my soul. Oh, and you are my anchor in the wind and the waves. You are my provider. Oh, yeah. And you lead me and guide me by your spirit and your word. I have never walked alone. My joy every day. Oh, shepherd of my soul.
Hello, can everyone make their way inside, please? Good morning. Hello, everyone. How are you today? Are you good? Come on, come on. Good morning, everybody here. Good morning, everybody that are watching online, and welcome. So glad you are here to join us this morning. And as always, we are really excited for what Dad wants to do this morning as we gather in our time of worship and in our time of sharing. And I think the only ask that we have of everyone here is to have a really expectant heart this morning, because the Lord of Lords and King of Kings is here this morning. And when God is here, nothing can be the same. So prepare your hearts, still your minds, and get ready. Today, for pure practical reasons, we are going to start with announcements, though, because the kids are going to be going out before worship this morning, because they've got a whole event and day planned for them with all sorts of activities. So we need to get the announcements done. And I thought it's so interesting. The whole world at this time of year feels the need to drastically slow down. So because we serve the Lord of Lords and King of Kings, we've been drastically accelerating in this time of year. So for the first time since lockdown, we have got not one, but two services today. We've got our morning service and we've got an evening service at 6 o'clock tonight, which we've handed over to the young adults, and we know it's going to be incredible. And then just in case people missed the two services this week, we're going to have two services again next week because we can. No, in fact, we're having our carol services next week, and we wanted to create the space for as many people as possible to be able to attend. So we're having a morning service and we're having an evening service. And just in case you didn't know what to do in between the two services, we are having a Christmas market after the morning service next week. So come with your mula, and come and find some incredible gifts, which I know you still need to get, and let's bless each other in doing that. Are we good? And then there's going to be more announcements coming out, so just pay attention. We are going to be having a Christmas Eve service this year on the 24th, but that does mean we won't be having a service on the Sunday, the 27th. You don't have to remember all of that now. The notices will go out. The most important things to remember are the two services today and the two services next week. Have you got that? And then on that, thank you, wonderful, incredible kids. You are now released to go and join your Sunday school teachers. But I think before we go into worship today, one of my highlights every Sunday morning when we have worship is watching all the young kids dancing up and down in front of you when we worship. So seeing they're not here this morning, I think some of the adults need to step up into that space and shake the bodies a little bit, shake off a bit of the rust. Are we ready for this morning? Can I start with a bit of a prophetic word, and then we're going to dive in, and I won't interrupt you again, I promise. This house is a prophetic house, and we had a gathering this week of the prophetic guys. So the first statement I wanted to make is, if you're not on that WhatsApp group, speak to me, speak to Daphne, speak to Luann afterwards. We want to add you to that group. If you feel a prophetic burning in you and you're not part of that group yet, come and speak to us. We want to add you. But we had a meeting this week, and there were two powerful things that came out that I really just wanted to share with you guys this morning. The one, I'm going to read you a scripture here from Joshua 15, verse 13. And then while Joshua was there near Jericho, he looked up and saw right in front of him a man standing, holding his drawn sword. Joshua stepped up to him and said, "Whose side are you on, ours or the enemy's?" He said, "Neither. I'm commander of God's army. I've just arrived. Joshua fell face to the ground and worshipped, and he asked, what orders does my master have for his servant? God's army commander ordered Joshua, take your sandals off your feet. This place is holy ground. And we felt prophetically that the season we're in at the moment, the spirit of the world has got a divide and conquer attitude, turning people against each other. And when we look at social media and we look at conversations, everything's about whose side are you on? I'm on no one's side. I'm bowed down at God's feet. And I'm on His side. And where God is going, I am going. And my plans I lay down at His feet. My dreams I lay down at His feet. My desires I lay down at His feet. Because He is God. And then a prophetic word was given this week. And the summary of the prophetic word I found so powerful. And I believe the two are linked. And the prophetic word said, live your life from who God designed you to be, not from who your circumstances are trying to tell you to be. I think there's some people here that need to hear that again. Live your life from the place that you were designed to be, not from the place where your circumstances tell you to be. And those two words might sound separate, but they're exactly the same. Because when you're living circumstances bound, everything's about whose side am I on, who's going to help me, who's not. When you live from the place of who God designed you to be, all of that falls away. And you lie before your dad saying, here I am, Dad, use me. So with that spirit of, here I am, Dad, use me, let's go into worship together. Can we please stand?
Let's find some space, guys. We're going to have a party this morning. It's, like Graham said, take up the space on the front here. We're going to dance. Did you feel the mountains tremble? Did you hear the oceans roar? When the people rose to sing of Jesus Christ, the risen one.
Did you feel the people tremble?
Do you hear the singers roar? When the lost began to sing of Jesus Christ, the saving one.